Who's ready for some math? Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Farina. I'm here to talk about changing improper fractions into mixed numbers, which is our homework for today. And I'll do a couple questions on how to turn them back, turning mixed numbers into improper fractions as well. I also posted another video on Google Classroom if you guys want to watch that. It kind of goes over the steps on how to do it again, kind of like what we talked about in class. So I'm going to do G first. This one is 14 over 8. And what we're going to do is think about those burgers, right? Think about In-N-Out. I don't draw very good, but that's my In-N-Out burger. You guys see them? Looks pretty delicious, right? So what we're going to do is put our little division house. Let me get rid of my burger here. So we know the top goes in. This is the and sign, and the bottom goes outside. So in is going to be my 14, and on the outside is my denominator, which is 8. So now all I have to do is, I'm trying to make some space here. Oh, I cloned myself. Not what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. What I'm going to do is divide. How many times can 8 go into 14? It can only go one time, right? Because 8 times 2 is 16, and that's too big. So let's put our 1 where it needs to go, which is right here. And then 8 times 1 equals 8. So I subtract. This is regular division that we normally do. 14 minus 8 is 6. And there you go. I have my remainder. So all we have to do is put 1, or keep our 1 here. And then our numerator is going to go right up here. So 6 is going to go right here. That was our answer, right? Our remainder goes up on top. And then our denominator is going to stay the same, so it goes right here, 8. So, sorry, that came out sloppy. But let me rewrite it over here on the bottom. So again, it's going to be 1 and 6/8. All right, I'm going to try it one more time. All right, so our next one was 40 over 11. So I'm going to write 40 over, this time I'm going to use different colors. Hopefully you guys can see things a little bit more clearly. So 40 over 11. So again, I'm going to do in and out. So let's, and you don't have to write it. This is just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So in and out. So that means that the 40 is going to go inside my house, right? And the 11 goes on the outside. Now, how many times can 11 go into 40? Well, if you know your rules of 11, it's just going to be 11 times 2 is 22, 11 times 3 is 33, right? The numbers just repeat. So 11 times 4 is 44, and that's too big, so it's going to be one number below. So that's going to be 3, and we're left with 33, right? 11 times 3 is 33. We subtract, and my answer is 7. All right, so this is why I wanted to color code it, so you guys can see this next part right here. So now I just have to figure out where does all this go. And that is going to be, that's the easy part, because my quotient, which is this right here, my answer right here, that's going to become my whole number. So I have 3, and then, I'm sorry, it's hard to change back and forth with these colors. Okay, so then on my my fraction, my numerator is going to be the 7. This number goes up on top, and my denominator was this number I was dividing by, which is also the number right here. I all started with it, so it's going to stay the same. So my 11 goes on the bottom as my denominator. My numerator is my remainder. That's what it turns into. And 3 is my whole number. I hope that makes sense. Let me try the next ones now, okay? All right, so for this next question, I'm going to do E. It's on the bottom part. And we're doing the opposite. Instead of turning them into mixed numbers, we're trying to turn them into improper fractions. And remember, an improper fraction is a number where the numerator, or the top number of a fraction, is bigger than the bottom number. So that's what we're trying to do. And the steps are pretty easy, especially if you follow your notes. So I have 1 and 7/12, right? There we go, 1 and 7/12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number right here. You guys can see this number, and I'm going to multiply it by the bottom number, which is the denominator. So my whole number times the denominator. So what is 1 times 12? That's just 12, right? And so once I do that, I'm just going to add the numerator to it. So I have 12 plus 7. So 12 plus 7 equals 19. So I'm going to write that right here, 19. And my denominator, this is the easiest part. It just stays the same. So I have 12 right here, right? So it's just going to stay the same. And that's it. I like doing this better than the other one because I think it's faster. So I have 19 12ths. That's my answer for E. All right, now let's try the next one, which is 9 3/4. So I have 9 3/4. Let me try doing it in different colors this time. 9 3/4. Okay. So again, I'm going to multiply this times this. So these are going to multiply. So what is 9 times 4? That's 36, right? And then I take this number and I'm going to add, I'm talking about this number right here. I'm going to add the numerator now, which is a 3. So I'm going to say plus 3. And what is 36 plus 3? That's 39, right? So now all I have to do is just bring my numerator or my denominator straight down because it stays the same. Notice this always stays the same, my denominator. So my answer is 39/4. So hopefully you guys get this. Honestly, this homework should be pretty quick once you get the hang of it. Take a look at your notes, take a look at the video. Hopefully this stuff helps you. Good luck. And if you are still confused, please come with questions and don't be afraid to ask because that's how you guys do better. Keep practicing. You guys can do it. All right. Have a good one. Mr. Freedom signing out. Peace.